Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very grateful for this opportunity of sharing interesting insight today. According to Gartner's analysts, over 85% of data science projects fail. A report from Dimensional Research indicates that only 4% of companies had succeeded in deploying machine learning models to production environments. We will analyze the possible causes today. I'd like to tell you three stories. The first story will be about business case of AXA. The second story is about digitalization and why it is important as a first step to obtain accurate data. This is connected with operational efficiency and time. The third story will present short guide how to introduce AI based on examples and case study. And at the end, I will tell you how we do AI in Comarch. I hope you will enjoy. Let me introduce myself. I've graduated computer science and finance at Dice University and City Commercial Credit College in New York. I've spent over 10 years in corporate banking in two global banks, working with traditional and digital companies, including fintechs, in helping them in foreign expansion. Last year, I joined Comarch, a truly global company, employing almost 7,000 engineers in 91 offices worldwide. Comarch has done thousands of successful projects in over 100 countries in the last 27 years. In financial services, we work with insurance in front and core systems like Allianz, AXA, Prudential, and banks like BNP, ING, Santander. Comarch is also very experienced in telecommunication and services sector, having references in the Nordic region from Breas, Skagenfounds, SAS, Telia, and many more. One of our customers is AXA. AXA is a global insurer. AXA Assurance Luxembourg operates locally and cross-border, offer a range of life, pension, and health products. Together, we've done the first smaller project. It was to verify our capabilities and allow to gain much larger contracts. In this business case, we implemented digital front office solution over a legacy back office system and delivered visible benefits as much shorter and easier end-to-end process, faster time to present low-risk policies, multi-language environment, much shorter time to market for next live products, less error of agents and lower cost of entry new agents, and many more. Please find the testimonial after this project. We have many business cases and references, but today I'd like to share with you insights. What is important before introducing AI? That's why I've given this example of AXA, which made the first step towards new technologies. Let's begin my second story about digitalization and data. At first, insurers have to invest in their IT systems and then digital transformation in order to implement new technologies such as artificial intelligence. Digital transformation in practice doesn't mean it's just one type of activity. It's a constant process which involves and we can recognize different levels. At the initial level, insurers provide a mobile apps, portals for customers and agents, which allows to paperless processing and integrated ecosystem, which enables smooth cooperation and aggregation of any data easily. At the maturity level, insurers are using big data analysis for creating personalized user experience. Predictive analytics is used to foresee the next action. The smart homes gives insurers a unique opportunity to adopt more advanced and effective risk mitigation techniques. For instance, intelligent sensor can monitor the flow of water running through pipes to protect against losses caused by broken water pipe. Similar technology can be used to monitor the fire condition or break-in at both private and commercial properties. More individual pricing can be used, for example, pay-as-you-go models. Early adopting insurers are already using drones and satellites to handle critical tasks and underwriting claims investigation. An optimized level is achieved now by only a few insurers and means using the machine learning, for example, superior recognition of fraud in claims. Pricing based on social media data is recognized by innovation leaders. First of all, data is the heart of innovation. Expert refers that data is the 21st century oil. In Europe, there is still room for great improvement since insurers are far from having fully digitalized their current processes and activities. Digital tools and platforms are still considered as critical factor uh, insurers all over the world in their quest for fully developed operational efficiency and data collection. The main areas where insurers are innovating are customer service and claims handling. But digitalization requires automation and redesign of processes. The problem with data is often they are stored in outdated IT systems. Many insurers claim that legacy systems are one of the main barriers to implementation of new technologies. Data acquisition manner makes things even harder. Sometimes data is still collected through paper documentation, scans, or emails. Insurance agents store data in their own resources, sharing with insurance companies only the minimum extent required. Insurers are moving around in the area of incomplete and unstructured information. This chart is self-explanatory. In the sense, insurers want to fix issues related to aging legacy systems. They want to create new digital, low-cost and self-service channels to get closer to their customers. All of this while changing and redesigning existing processes through end-to-end value chain improvement in a customer-centric approach. Insurers should be in pursuit of reaching the full maturity of operation and efficiency through digitalization in order to obtain good quality of data. When we have data, the main story with artificial intelligence is starting now. In the last Gartner survey, AI was named as a game changer technology in insurance by 36 of CEOs, percent of CEOs. The second was business intelligence with 21% of response. Why an increased interest of AI and in the same time so many projects fail as I mentioned in the beginning? Let's go further. It is good to remember that AI actually covers a few types of technologies. We in Comarch decided to focus on machine learning and deep learning. The reason lies in rising solution performance parallel with rising number of data. Insurers and financial institutions naturally have a significant amount of information about their clients. In such situation, we are able to use advantage of these technologies. More data is fed into the system, the better its performance and outcomes. Experience in AI is required. Otherwise, you won't achieve many successful results. It is worth mentioning about methods of explainable artificial intelligence, which could be used, for example, for audit purposes. In short, we either guarantee interpretability from the very beginning of building the model or propose way of explaining the result post hoc. Using such approach, we understand why the system derives a particular prediction, why it's errate, and know how to improve it. At the end, we need to bear in mind that all inside the network is the result of complex mathematical calculation, not a random operation. Comarch AI team is working on many business cases to use artificial intelligence in financial services. A couple of projects examples are, fraud prevention or detection, sales prediction, credit risk estimation, requires classification, computer vision to recognize damages. Let's dive into the topic of presentation, how to launch of an AI. We prepared for you a short guide. It is in a nutshell to give you a view of the most important steps to check if you have internal resources. We are starting with a project goal. As the next step, you need to define the KPI. For example, what do you want to achieve and how you want to measure it. Later, we are checking if there is enough data for this project. Further, you need to allocate budget and have experienced team of data scientists. The time of estimation will depend on possessed equipment. When we have everything gathered, we can start working with data. Time of preprocessing depends on data quality. The most important part would be building a model, training it, and validation before we go to final testing. The most crucial is a goal. You need to know what to check and test. Insurers have different problems, which can be addressed by AI. To give you an example, AI can be used for detection of different types of frauds, such as money laundering, credit frauds, market manipulation, crimes connected with cryptocurrencies, and insurance frauds. When AI is used in fraud detection in insurance claims, at first we need to define which insurance, for example, car damages, and what kind of claim frauds. For instance, the deep fakes on photos, and we want to test to recognize counterfeit of evidence. KPI has to be strictly connected with the goal and measure the result of your success. Now, on the presented example of insurance frauds, we could measure fraud accuracy of detection or efficiency. You need to calculate the project benefits comparing to costs. For example, if you improve detection of insurance frauds by 1%, what is your impact in money? A fuel for machine learning is data. From our experience, very often problem is a lack or bad quality of data. This slide shows the examples of how detailed list of data types may look like in financial institution. I want to underline that performance of model is based on the range of data which you are using to building this model. I'm sure that you are interested in the best outcome, so more and accurate data is needed. You need to estimate what is the project budget and time limit. The budget is always connected with KPI. During the project, hopefully you will meet your KPI first, not the budget limit. The gathering of experienced team is one of the most important steps. During the modeling phase, engineers called data scientists try out on multiple methodologies in order to choose one or combine a few techniques for the best performance. It should be done individually for each project to deliver tailor-made solution. Here are some examples of techniques we apply. What is good to remember that analysis needs sufficient disk surface in data centers. The security of data is very important, as well as computing power for estimation of model training and validation. You need a strong hardware to support estimation of AI algorithms, for example, graphic cards with GPU processors and more. Data processing is a set of complex activities necessary to prepare data properly for analysis. Good IT systems and better quality of data, meaning structured data, translates into shorter time of implementation. Of course, we need a description of types of data and information about possible values it contains. It is also crucial to ensure that data is free of errors and missing values or other faults. The model is trained and validated. The team of data scientists is responsible for data processing and building AI models. In this step, AI is able to find complex, multi-layer patterns which are validated with never seen before data. The process is repeated until successful results are obtained and can be used on the production environment. The final test should be performed on the appropriate sample of data that is not available in the training and validation process to avoid overfitting. When set of data is representative and reflects real process, you can compare the result with your KPI. You need to remember that creating the model is not the end. It is just the beginning of continuous learning. It is not enough to train the model based on collected data once and then using the same model permanently to predict results. The model needs to be constantly improved. Thanks to online learning mode, can be automatically trained based on all data, also the newest data. The model is regularly upgraded and changed according to current trends. At the end, I'd like to present shortly 2 use cases implemented in global companies. Let's check the first case, which could be used in insurance. Artificial intelligence is used in CRM system, which collects sales history like orders, executed trades, details of communication with clients, and actions. More products like client characteristics as well as employee profiles is considered by a model. Based on historical data, model was trained, and now when the new data are appearing in the system, the scoring of every sales process is estimated and the value of whole sales funnel is calculated to forecast sales income. The aim of the project was to support company to boost sales division productivity and improve sales forecasting. Common approach was to estimate probability of every new sales. Collected data allowed to provide sales forecasting and explain which factor impacts on the final prediction. The results were very satisfying. We achieved 80% of prediction accuracy. The second example is inquiries classification. The model was trained based on the data with ready classification. For now, every new marketing inquiry is automatically classified by AI, the company division. It can be the best match division or the most probable division. The process is faster and less employees are engaged, but still manual verification can be done if it's needed. Also, spam detection recognition based on reduced time of the waste of time for employees. The challenge was that inquiries were in different languages in this project. In this case, we reduced time of action on the client's inquiries and boost marketing division productivity. We estimated a value of probability for every possible answer and then according to scenarios selected best matches. We achieved 70% of prediction accuracy. Now you are seeing recent Comarch projects which have done in AI in different sectors. Reach me out directly if you want to know more details about them. How we deliver AI in Comarch? We usually start from proof of concept. The more data we have on the POC stage, the better solution we can create, and in consequences, you can make proper decision on real capabilities, not on promises. Additionally, the final solution is implemented faster. Our engineers know data and they have prepared tools for fast development and project implementation. Let's sum up this presentation and 3 stories which I told you today. I hope you will take 5 main points after this keynote. Digitalization. Digital transformation is in insurance, and accurate data is the beginning of the journey, but it's not a showstopper. Think about your goal. What do you want to achieve? set up KPI, and allocate budget. Decide if you have resources internally, especially qualified team, or if it's better to start a project with a trusted partner. Do you remember the statistics of 85% of projects fail? Usually, it is because of data on an experienced team. I'm confident that you will start your AI project soon. The question is only when. Thank you for your time. If you have any question, please write directly to me on an email or connect on a meeting. Stay safe and hope to see you in person.